Welcome to my podcast, Today's Dream, Tomorrow's Reality. Vicki here, and I started this podcast because so many people can dream, or can they? I find that a lot of my clients have dreams that don't even belong to them. And that's one of the things that we'll explore in episodes as we go forward. But before we do that, I want to tell you who I am because a lot of you don't know me. My name is Vicki Poole. Um, I am a mother. I have been a wife. I am not currently a wife, but I'm always a mother. And I'm a sister. I'm a daughter. I'm so many things. I have businesses. I have interest. And there's so much about me. And I'm sure there's so much about you that a lot of people don't even know anything about. It's the inside dreams and the thoughts and the feelings that you have. Um, I am a hairstylist. I've been a hairstylist for way many years. And I am a health coach, a life coach, and I'm a hypnotherapist. So I have all these tools that I use for myself and for my clients. And it's amazing things that you can do with all these tools. But really, what's important is the foundation of who are we being? Because you can't change things, even if you want to, if you really can't see what's going on. So let's just think about it for a moment. We are a collection of thoughts and feelings that are based on the things that people have said to us, the things that people have done to us, how we've interpreted things that were said or done to us. And it's all geared on the past. So we can't see things from a different lens if we're still looking through the lens of the past. And it's it's a really an interesting thing to dive into, and that we are inundated with things from the day we were born. I mean, if you think about it, and I know I heard this phrase a million times, it seemed like, we hear the word no this many times before we even become able to think for ourselves. But I remember as a parent, I would think, well, of course you have to say no, because if you don't say no, then children can get hurt. Children can harm themselves. They could harm others. They could get the wrong idea about things. And so I come from that place as a parent. And then as getting older, I feel like we hear the word no a lot of times just because someone doesn't want us to step outside of their comfort zone. So what we say or what we do makes them uncomfortable. And that's a really, to me, that was kind of an enlightening thing to think about, that it's not necessarily that I can't do something. It's that the person that's talking to me feels that my doing something, my getting outside of my comfort zone, me creating something that is uncomfortable for them, they want to avoid me doing it because they don't want to be uncomfortable. It's almost like, we can be in our misery, and we can be talking about our misery with other people, and they all, yes, 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 the same things happen to me. I feel the same way and everything. But let someone step into that group who is so comfortable in their misery to say, well, wait a minute, I'm not miserable. The same thing happened to me, but this is what came out of it. I feel this way. Well, people will shut them out because the old thing, birds of a feather flock together, is true. People, if they're miserable, they want to surround themselves with miserable people. If people are happy, they want to surround themselves with people that are happy. If people are in poverty, they will surround themselves with people that are also in poverty because that's the understanding that they have. And so really what I would like for you to do is to kind of think a little bit outside the box. Where in your life do you have thoughts or feelings about you that maybe they're not based in truth. And what I mean by that is, a lot of times, I don't know if you've ever had this happen, but let's say you're in school and you feel like, oh, I want to be an artist. I'm going to be an artist. This is amazing. I love creating. And you draw what you feel like is an amazing picture. And you show it to someone and they laugh and say, is an elephant really purple? They will pick apart your interpretation of the art. And it doesn't take many times for that to happen for a very creative person to start feeling like they're not good at art. The same thing as, a lot of girls are not good at math. And so people will come at you with that lens of girls are not good at math, and therefore they don't help you to stretch outside of that I'm not good at math place. They just put you in that place and you take it. And so I can't be in front of people. I can't talk in front of people. What are the things that you tell yourself almost every day about you that may not be true? I'm always late. Is that something that you say? Well, is that really true? Have you written it down? How many times you're on time? How many times you're late? And maybe you're only late because you believe that to be who you are. Just think about that. It's because you believe that that's who you are. And where did that belief come from? There's a really, really good book that I love, and it's by Vishen Lakhiani. Hell, I don't even know how to say his name, to be perfectly honest with you. I hear it all the time, but I don't know. He's the creator of Mind Valley, but he's got one that's called It's Rules, I think's what it is. I've got it on my bookshelf, but I can't see it right now off the top of my head. But it's a lot about how there are rules, and what rules are BS rules. I'm trying to be politically correct, and I don't think I really have to on here, do I? So it's bullshit rules. I can say what I want to say, right? So anyway, if you get the opportunity to get that book and read it, you'll be glad you did, because it really kind of breaks apart some of the things that we think that may be true about ourselves, others, the world. And let's face it, what's going on in our life today is in direct proportion to what we think the bullshit rules are about who we are. So, like I said, I want to invite you today to step outside of your box of knowing who you are, and just kind of explore it. Write down a list. What are the things that I think about me? And then just really look at them and say, is that really true? Where did I first learn that about me? Because, this whole podcast is about our dreams becoming reality. Well, if we're not dreaming dreams for us, then we're creating somebody else's reality in our life. Let that sink in. We're creating a reality in our life that's not even what we want. So that is part of the Pandora's box that we'll be opening as we go forward, because we don't want to live our life with bullshit rules that other people have laid upon us, and we, in our childhood innocence, adopted as true. And then we surrounded ourselves with like-minded people that believe the same things about themselves and us. And so they help to solidify all of that for us. So with that little tidbit of information, I'm going to leave you today, and we will open another piece of Pandora's box next time. See you soon. Mwah.